la vie. Have your leaves all turned to brown? Will you scatter them around you? C'est la vie. Do you love? And then how am I to know if you don't let your love show for me? C'est la vie. Ashes of desire for you remain like the sea. There's a love too deep to show. Took a storm before my love flowed for you. C'est la vie. Like a song out of tune and out of time. All I needed was a rhyme for you. C'est la vie. Do you give? Do you live from day to day? Is there no song I can play?
Cry Cryo, we understand your pain, and we're here to help. Our expert team of cryogenic care providers can cryogenically freeze you until the Trump presidency has ended. No more crying, no more anxiety attacks, just blissful sleep until Trump is gone. When you awaken from your slumber, we'll even have a party ready and waiting for you. It will be like his presidency never even happened. It was all just a bad dream. As an added bonus, you can choose the Vance add-on package. We'll extend your sleep for an additional 4 years at a 50% discount in the event J.D. Vance wins the next presidential election. Everything will be okay. We're here to take care of you in your time of need. So remember, don't cry, cryo.
Where am I? Oh, please tell me it's over. Wait, something isn't right.
This is your captain, Elon Musk. I want to be the first one to welcome you to Mars. Sorry, Donald Trump Jr. was just elected president, and he deported all Don't Cry Cryo customers to Mars.
What the...
Oh my God. Are we here? Are we
I don't
here?
know. I think we just crashed. Oh, yeah, we're actually here.
We're actually here.
We made it. Yay.
I think we did. I think we made it. So, hey, everybody, what's going on? What's going on? I got to get my background. I got to get my background fixed here. There's a camera all over the place. Shanda, do you know where we're streaming to? Because I have no idea where we're streaming to tonight. I'm lost.
We are live on Trailer Park. We're at the Trailer Park. Welcome, Trailer Park. That's seems to be one of the main places we are at. We are at Chanda and Oz After Dark, the new YouTube channel. Make sure that you follow. YouTube's had a complete hard on for us. They slapped
For
the Trailer Park
you.
around a good bit.
For you.
Know, for me.
Yeah, they're targeting cancer patients these days. How wonderful of them. So, you know, Jesus
I dropped
Christ.
so many truths. It makes me proud because I know I'm telling you guys the right things if they're spanking me. So, I'm going to keep doing what I'm going to keep doing. But make sure you follow the new backup channel. And, I'm not sure I don't think we're at Beauty and the Boomer tonight.
No, we're not. And primarily, there's three reasons actually why we've got this backup channel. One, I want to get ahead of the curve, and we're talking about cutting short clips and using it for shorts. So it'll be Oz and Chanda After Dark, or Chanda and Oz After Dark shorts. And
safe than sorry.
Yeah, and then I would love to. I really, really want to test the algorithm to see if we get any play other than,
I want to see if the algorithm catches that we have the same content. So definitely, we're just trying some new stuff out. But look, you guys found us. Everybody's hanging out over at the Trailer Park. A lot of people are in the new channel.
Yeah.
We got this.
Don't throw off.
Always too. You can always find us on this channel.
Yeah, don't throw out the old channel. We're going to turn it back on here in a couple of weeks, so don't worry about it.
I'm going to run on it on Monday.
Yeah. So I
don't have any strikes over there. Stop having a coronary. Once you get a strike, then I'll back off. But strike. We just keep getting smacked around.
You do whatever you want.
You know
You're-
damn well I will.
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I just agree with Oz and then go ahead and do whatever the hell I want to do.
That's
So that's the way it
right.
works.
Yeah. Well,
Welcome
sharing
to
a brain.
Saturday night.
Yeah, I
over.
want to preface something. Jody Havel, I got to shout you out. You inspired me to find an Emerson, Lake and Palmer cover. I was already looking for it. Great minds think alike. But I found that C'est La Vie. If you didn't catch the opener about 10 minutes ago of the ice skating, I thought that was a great cover of ELP. I mean, they're of C'est La Vie. It's hard to find a good cover of C'est La Vie, believe it or not. But who can cover Emerson, Lake and Palmer? That's a tough one. So again, you know, it's where it's at. Let's start shouting out the chat before I ruin the show.
You got the chat up? You got the trailer park up?
Yeah, I've got. I don't have Trailer Park, but I do have Trailer Park. Well, you want to do this Trailer Park? You do Trailer Park. I'll do the new channels.
Okay, I'll do the trailer park. Hey, trailer park, what's up? I'm glad to see you guys tonight. Jody Vell's hanging out over there along with Rad Angel. Hi, Kate. Kate's hanging out there. And so is Cold Fusion Gaming. Who is that guy? And Natalie Williams. What's up, Nat? Good to see you. Scrolling. Jilly Love gave us that hilarious intro with.
Oh yeah, Jilly. Well done, Jilly.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Jilly.
That was wonderful.
We were laughing when you sent that.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see, Greenix Ghosty, good to see you. Welcome. And Snow Leopard, it's been a while. Lady Alex, you got the weekend off. Enjoy. And Snorky Y2K, Snork, we finally remembered. Oz, you want to tell him?
Yeah, Snorky. When Shanda got diagnosed, my brain went on the blink forever, and we didn't get your producer card in here, and I really apologize, Snorky. That I feel bad. Snorky's been with us from the beginning.
From the beginning.
And a terrific supporter, like many of you have been, and we just can't thank you enough. And I'm really sincerely sorry that we bollocksed your producer card. Please forgive me. It's my fault. Wasn't Shanda's fault. I've just been in the gutter. So yeah, again, we're gonna run that while we keep shouting out names.
Yeah, we're gonna keep shouting out. We got Fred. Fred Edwards is hanging out over there. Fred's been with us forever too. Fred's still sharing us out on the Facebooks every day, even though nobody sees it on Facebook. Wesley, good. Hello, what's up? I'm used to saying good morning because I'm normally on in the mornings. And who did I miss? Two Bunnies. Good to see you, Two Bunnies. And Vic, Wesley, Midnight Karma's in the house, along with P Stuff. Hi, P Stuff. And Jax Page. Jax, I was just thinking about you earlier. I was like, I haven't seen Jax in a while. Good to see you in the chat, Jax Page. And Rad Angel. Did I get Rad Angel? How about Grapentine? Wow, you guys are all hanging out in the trailer park tonight. So glad to see you. Hi, Deborah. Good to see you too. And Kim, what's up, Kim? Have you been? Yeah, the snow. It's snowing all over. It's snowing in New York. It's snowing in the Midwest, and we have a bomb cyclone hanging off the coast of the Pacific Northwest. So we've got a hell of a couple of days coming up weather-wise too. So whole country's under some crazy weather. You want to shout out the new channel? Who's hanging out?
Yes, I do. First in was Indy over at INN Network. Check Indy out. Indy's got a show tomorrow night, so Indy and Reef will be yucking it up over there and bringing some great information. Always a pleasure to see and work with you. Anthony's over on the new channel. What's going on? Vicky, what's going on, Vic? How you doing? And Kate's over there too. And there's the Trailer Park Pundit. Let me see. Who else we got? Jody's over there. She loved the intro. Thank you, Jody. That was all you. I really, really love ELP. Love ELP. Steve G, what's going on, Steve? Good to see you. And Snorky Snork, I did not even notice. Well, I sure noticed, and I was like floored when I fucked up. God, I felt bad. I mean, I have brain farts, and that was horrible. But again, I'm gonna plead a little bit.
Well, we build new decks for every season.
Yeah,
so
every
what happens
season.
is it just didn't get moved, and we're gonna start a new deck next week. We start the holiday deck, and you guys know we love Christmas at B&B.
Oh yeah, we're gonna celebrate Christmas in our own way, and It's not going to be a tough one this year, guys. I got to say,
I'm going big this year. I got to tell you, I'm super excited. I'm going to have Hunter for Thanksgiving holiday, and we're going to decorate the house. And normally I do a fake tree, but this year I want a real tree. And we're going to go see the new Wicked. And then we're going to build gingerbread houses with my girlfriend. So I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. Plus, I'm cooking a huge Thanksgiving dinner, but I'm also doing chemo and radiation that week. So
Are they going to be selling the Wicked toys there at the show?
Oh yeah, I've got that on the deck. Oh my God, how vintage!
That's pretty bad. We are fair use for the new channel. Anybody spying on us? Yes, we are fair use, and we do our best to follow all the cookie cutter rules that are put forward. Sincerely, we do, but First Amendment still rules, but we try and do it right. We have got Satire. Don't forget, most of the store is Satire until it isn't. Did you call it the Rockfin, or do I need to do that?
No, I haven't called it the Rockfin, Rumble, or the Kick yet. Let's see. I have these up. Oh my gosh, look at the Rumble. You guys, there's 20 of you hanging out on the Rumble. Awesome. Welcome to the show. Slasky's hanging out over there with La 66 and Ghost Start. Wild Rose 1 and a Dingo Ate Me Baby hanging out over there. Dingo. And I see a Dirk Diggler's hanging out over on the Rockfin along with Aram. Hi, Aram.
Aram, what's going on?
Morris.
Copeland Morris, good to see you.
Eight's over there with Minex. Good to see you guys.
We really, you guys are fantastic. Even if we get, what do we get a week? We get live viewers. If you count them all up, we're around 140 live viewers, roughly, on the regular, with all the platforms. Close, maybe if 100, nothing big. Again, we put the velvet rope up a long time ago, so you guys are fam, and
it's a totally limited hangout.
Yeah, and as much as we love new people, we love our old people just as much. So it's just
we
like
welcome the new ones.
Yeah, it's like running a bakery. You guys have precedent. If the View calls and want us to do some satire for them, and our boiler's down, we're not going to worry about it. We're going to take care of you guys first. So don't forget that. Did we get everybody? I think we got everybody. Yeah, I think we got everybody. I think we did. I just want to I added this, like a couple hours ago. Let me put this over here. And then, do you know how much money we have spent in Ukraine, Chanda, by any chance? As a nation.
Have we hit $1 billion yet? Have we hit $1 billion?
Yeah, a little bit. We have got, let me put this there. If you want to buy us a coffee, you can do that, but back to the show. We've got $183 billion U.S. Congress spending on Ukraine since the beginning of the special military operation in February 2022. That breaks my effing brain. Do you know how much $183 billion would do for this country?
Religion, man.
No, that's me. I got trigger finger. But $183 billion divided by 50 states.
Mind fucking blowing.
I mean, come on. Really?
But you want to know what the other mind-blowing number is? The amount of Ukrainian young men and women that have been sacrificed to this shredder that it is.
It's over 600,000. Over 600,000.
That's fucking mind-blowing. And you know what? We don't even see a clip anywhere on X or in any of our social media feeds about what's going on over there. I mean, since October 7th, we don't see shit but Israel.
No,
right?
we don't. And again, I want to preface everything we say and as not fact unless it's fact. And if you find that I'm wrong, please let me know. But that's the figure that I have gotten this week.
Shit. That's why
So, but we have no problem mea culpaing when we're wrong. But fortunately, we haven't been wrong that much. So
no, we only had to mea culpa maybe twice in the 5 years that we've been on air.
Maybe, unless somebody wants to point out other places, which is perfectly fine, So, and I want to say we are entertainment. We are not journalists. We're news aggregators. And we bring graphics and music and things to where you can swallow the shit show a little bit easier. And one of the things that I found this week, and this is the impression I got, this is what happens when after the election you've got the after the blue anon has officially begun, and that's what they're doing right there around the campfire of Trump's head, and then
Don't even get me fucking started with these women. You know, as a woman with a bald head at the moment, which I didn't have a fucking choice in the matter. Where these women had a choice in the matter.
I know.
When I go out, I make sure now that I have my head covered in some fucking way.
Yeah.
Because when I encounter them in the grocery stores, and I have encountered them, doctor's office, I don't want them thinking that I'm one of them. I absolutely don't. And it just fucking pisses me off. It's so fucking privileged. I would do anything to have my own fucking hair on right now.
I know.
And these women are just throwing a bitch fit and shaving their fucking heads because they don't like who the president is, which doesn't even fucking matter.
Yeah. No, they would get more for their shaved head if they were promoting cancer awareness. I mean, that would be, hey,
right?
Fuck
But
cancer.
no, they're so selfish. They're not even fucking doing that. They're just throwing a little bitch fit because Donald Trump's president again, which doesn't mean shit. It's all one big fucking club, and we're all screwed. And they're too stupid to figure that shit out. And
I guess. Do I
look good with the bob? I don't know.
I think
who's got the better wig tonight, Oz or me?
I went. How many wigs did I? With that first year, I must have gone through 30 wigs. And
I know you should send me some. I want your priest one. That was my favorite.
Pack them all up and send them to you because this one I like the best. It seems to fit and it looks.
That one looks good on you.
Yeah, it seems to. And if I had hair, it would be like the hair that's in the intro tonight. So that about down to here.
We should just rename the wigs.
Yeah. Well, did you see this week, Chanda? This I don't know what the hell this is all about, but somebody had a
bitch fit.
Yeah, is this about Trump? No, it can't be.
Yes, this is a bitch fit.
No, really?
Yes, and she knocked the power out to like a couple 100,000.
My God. My God.
It's lucky she didn't get fucking barbecued.
Oh, yeah. She would have been like a filament in a light bulb.
Would have taught her a lesson, right?
Yeah, it shut down 800 homes in Utah.
God.
Wow.
Yeah, Utah. I lived in Utah on and off most of my life. My dad was in Salt Lake the whole time I was a kid. So, I spend half the time up here and then half the time in Salt Lake. So I have a deep love for Utah and all its ways.
That's, they took her to the hospital, and I hope it was a place where she
I would hope so. On a 5150 would be my guess.
Yeah.
Okay, Popeye, I'll order a black one.
You want some black wig?
I had black hair for many years. I did. I had black hair for many years when I was younger.
And you brought this tonight.
Trump's picks. Breaking. Trump announces Newman as the new postmaster general. Yeah, it might as well be. But, hey, I want to shout out you guys, everybody. Thank you so much who is helping support Rome. As you guys know, he is in jail right now. And you know what, Oz? I don't even care what the hell he did. This is America. You are innocent until you're proven guilty. And everybody has the right to, legal representation. And not a public pretender, because he's looking at some serious time from what I understand. And if you guys can help, please go over. It's on my X feed. We're just trying to raise money for his legal defense. Roman's done a lot for his community in Detroit. He's built a library. He gets food and coats and supplies, and he passes them out. We're talking Detroit. We're talking one of the poorest communities in the frickin' nation. And he got into a little tussle with the popo, and I'm sure they don't like him as an outspoken black man. So, yeah, you can just, you can imagine. And so thank you to everybody who's been helping out. It's not just my GoFundMe that's out there. And I appreciate everybody who's hit my GoFundMe the last couple of days. I do have another round of ivermectin and Finbin I got to get ordered. So thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for supporting these things. So
thank you for supporting our sister Chanda. And anybody in our in our lane out here in independent media, and people that are activists that are helping their community needs that support, because it's all rigged against us. And don't forget that no matter what, it's still rigged against you. So here we go. You brought, what is this? What's Elon doing here? What's going on?
Oh my God, Elon won't go home. Elon loves Trump. You know, he's the new head of government efficiency, is what he's been named to. Apparently, it's a new position that Trump's creating for him. He even got into the family picture on election night. But yeah, here's some leftist pundits freaking out about him.
Of government efficiency and bring him in his administration to do just that. And now, 1 week after his election, he is now promising to go forward with that campaign promise.
Now, the Musk Ramaswamy Project, Doge, is not a government agency, and the Doge meme is actually the name of a cryptocurrency that Musk favors. President-elect Trump will meet with President Biden tomorrow.
They're all used to having whoever's around them acquiesce. Can, I don't know, this bromance, this alliance, this friendship, whatever name you want to put on it, last?
So it's a fascinating question and a good one. And people are already talking about if and when that eventual implosion will come. Right now it works because it is sort of mutually transactional and mutually beneficial. And in certain ways, I would put my money, based on my reporting, on Musk lasting longer than people might expect and longer than some aides already would like, in part because he represents what Trump admires, likes, respects, covets. He is incredibly rich. He is self-made. And most importantly, he doesn't need anything from Donald Trump. He certainly stands to benefit from Donald Trump.
Yeah, well, he's going to be the first man to be a trillionaire. That's right. Elon is on track to be the first trillionaire.
I got a news flash, and Jeff Dunham has a new dummy. And that would be, and we do too. So there you go. I don't know, you know,
Mark Rubio. You know where this came from? This came from Miriam Adelson, right?
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
She owns Trump, right, to the tune of $100 million or some shit. And you know, she wanted Pompeo back, of course, and then everybody balked and freaked out last week. Oh, fuck no Pompeo, and so we got stuck with Rubio, you know. So this show is really heavy with Trump's nominees because that's what the talk was this week. And yeah, we're going to go through.
We're going to bore you with that. But here we I see our friend, fan of the show, Alex Jones. This is probably how he got his channel back right here.
That's why you didn't get elected.
Do they need to be regulated do they need to be regulated?
You're a snake.
Little frat boy here.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, sure.
I swear to God, I don't
You
know
better
who
hope
you
you
are,
can
man.
deplatforming. Tens of millions of views.
I swear to God, I don't know who you are.
Rush Limbaugh. He knows who InfoWars is. Playing this joke over here. That's why the deplatforming didn't work.
But here's the question. Here's a question.
Don't touch me again, man. I'm asking you not to touch me.
Well, sure, I was just mad at you nicely.
I know, but I don't want to be. I don't know.
You want me to get
I don't
arrested?
know who you are.
It's not just going to
You're
take
not
my
gonna
First
get arrested,
Amendment.
man. You're
It's
not
not
gonna
just
get
enough to
arrested.
take my
I'll
First
take care of it
Amendment.
myself.
Oh, he'll beat me up.
I'll take
I didn't
care
say
of
that.
You know, I get so
myself.
mad. You're not going to silence me. You're not going to silence America.
But there are people.
You are literally like a little gangster thug.
There are people in this country.
Rubio just threatened to physically take care of me.
There are people who
Look at
feel
that.
that they're being
We already got rid of my First Amendment.
silenced. They feel like
He tells you China's
Why
the
does
problem,
Jones
which
look like
it
he
is.
has
They're
a
taking our free
permanent
speech
yellow
right now.
social
I don't know what
media
the hell he's
platforms,
got.
Facebook,
There goes Rubio.
Twitter. Do you believe that these platforms need to be regulated like a public utility, and how do you go about doing that?
Well, I prefer not to. I prefer competition to take care of that. But obviously,
Don't
we're gonna
touch me,
watch
man.
closely to make sure that these tools that are
Don't
being
touch
used-
me,
one
man.
thing is to say we're going to go after foreign interference designed to so and so.
But it's already going on here.
Another thing is to
The
say
Democrats
we're
are
going to
raping
go
the
after free
Republicans.
speech. Because at some point, someone
The
has to make a
Democrats are raping
determination. What's the
InfoWars.
difference between, you know, misinformation from abroad?
The Democrats are
and
raping
differences of opinion?
InfoWars.
Yeah,
No, that would be
that's
the
happening
Onion.
And that's something we need to be careful about. We don't overreach in that direction.
But then he doesn't know about
These
InfoWars being
companies
banned. He doesn't know about the top
have to be
news story in the
very
country.
careful about how they, not just how they apply
Oh,
it within
poor
the United States,
InfoWars.
but they don't
Infowars.com,
become
better than
agents
ever.
of authoritarian regimes abroad to crack down on free speech. Because
I wonder why Rubio got so mad at me.
You can kill it whenever you
there's
want.
a balance between what is
I
free speech
think we
and what is
got the point.
Yeah, I mean,
is this
an older clip.
new?
This from a couple. No, this isn't new. This is from.
I was
like,
going to say, Jesus Christ,
right.
Alex Jones would have some pretty big ones to go say that to him right now. I mean, holy crap.
Yeah, right now he'd probably be kissing his freaking ass, right?
Yeah, I
So,
don't think the
Rubio
Secret
is
Service would let him close to Rubio anyway. So,
even the Republicans don't think that he is a good pick. Here you got Rand Paul calling him basically Hillary Clinton.
How do you view Hillary Clinton in terms of her foreign policy views?
I see
I
her
gotta
as a
turn it up.
conservative. I see her and
Neoconservative.
I see her and Rubio as being the same person. They both want a no-fly zone.
see
They
her and
both have
Rubio as
supported
the same
activity in
person.
Libya, the war in Libya that toppled Gaddafi, an intervention that made us less safe.
Right.
They both have supported pouring arms into the Syrian civil war, a mistake that I think allowed ISIS to grow stronger. And they both have supported the Iraq war. So, I mean, what's the difference?
ISIS that
So,
Saudi Arabia pays
Hillary
for?
Clinton and Marco Rubio are the same person. How do you define a neoconservative?
Somebody a lot of times who believes in big government, both
Warhawk.
domestically and internationally.
Yeah.
And so many of the big neoconservatives
Warhawk.
came out of a movement. They were Democrats mostly. They were some Marxists and socialists, but they were people who ultimately came to believe that we needed a big government
These guys don't even know what a
involved
fucking socialist
internationally
is.
as well. So a neoconservative often is a big government person for domestic policy and a big government person for internationalism.
Well, that's about right. You know, they are neo-hawks, and don't forget that it was the WikiLeaks Hillary Clinton emails that pretty much told us where ISIS was created and how it was funded through Saudi Arabia.
sorry, it's for some reason it's jumping the gun over on the camera too. You brought Dana Bash, and we're going to bash the hell out of Dana
You're going
tonight.
to bash all over Dana Bash.
And this is her and Rubio, and this is recent too, right?
I think so.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what comes out of her pie hole.
Talking about escalatory tactics, the stunning new leaks in the Nord Stream pipelines connecting Europe to Russia.
No, this is old.
Western intelligence officials say they were likely caused by underwater explosions. President Biden called it a deliberate attack of sabotage. Does the U.S. have evidence that Russia is responsible?
Oh,
well, I'm not going to comment on whatever intelligence products they've produced or had. I think logic and common sense will tell you that these things don't blow up on their own, especially in strategic and key points. Someone has
He's
to know
admitting
what
it.
the vulnerabilities are, and someone has to have the capability to go down there and do it. So there's only a handful of countries that do. I doubt very seriously that the Chinese are involved in it, although I'm not a fan of the Chinese Communist Party. I wouldn't go as far as to accuse them of doing that. I think it's pretty clear. Someone did this, and the only people in that region who have both the motive and the capability to have done it are Russian forces. So,
Russia blew up the
I
Nord
think for me,
Stream
it's not an
pipeline.
intelligence matter
That's
at this
who
point, it's a
Mark
common sense
Rubio
matter.
is.
They blew up their own pipeline. They keep selling that shit. I don't know what the
I
hell's
know,
going.
right? So I just brought those as reminders as who Mark Rubio is, and yeah. Can we have got a worse pick? I mean, do you think he'll get confirmed? A lot of these people, I don't know.
Oh
if
yeah,
they'll get
they're
confirmed.
gonna confirm him. The only ones they don't want to
Dems love
confirm,
this shit, so,
they don't want to confirm Gates or Gabbard or RFK Jr. That's who they definitely don't want to
Those are the ones
confirm,
they won't
because
confirm, right?
those
But
three
they'll confirm the neocons.
those three are supposedly the foils to the other picks. I mean, it's just like. Yeah, I don't know. You brought Tulsi here. What is this? Is this Tulsi?
Oh, this is Tulsi's take on Mark Rubio.
I think it would be a huge mistake for President Trump to choose him because he represents the neocon warmongering establishment of Washington, D.C., which stands diametrically opposed to the very policies that President Trump has always stood for, going all the way back to when he ran for president in 2016 through that first term in office, and the things that he's talking about wanting to do now. And it would send the wrong message to a lot of folks who are very concerned about the fact that we are on the brink of war with Russia and China and Iran and North Korea. If Marco Rubio is his vice president, then that is what we will face, and it will cause a lot of people to question what kind of foreign policy will actually be executed. Will it be the one that Trump wants and stands for, or will it be one that will continue the deep state neocon warmongers who've gotten us into the mess that we are in now?
And it is a
it's
mess.
Be the neocon. I love that meme. It's so calm. It's like the deep state hired the deep state to fire the deep state.
Yeah, it sure the hell is. And did you see? Elizabeth Warren this week come out against Gabbard. She was just one of the many who came out against Gabbard. And, say what you want about Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, she was the only one that was even talking about peace deals, other than, being a war, pro-war, pro-military herself.
Well,
but
broken clock's right twice a day.
Yeah, but this right here is the perfect showcase for her utter disgrace. She is mindlessly echoing the baseless accusations, flaunting her lack of class with reckless abandon. Never the duopoly, and this is what the duopoly does. They get their fucking talking points, and they have to stick to them. But you guys probably saw this, and this is what happens on Saturday night. We go back and review the week. So here you go.
Many things I disagree with Marco Rubio on, and I haven't decided yet about voting for him, but he is qualified. He has experience.
Oh, yeah.
We may have differences that would cause me to say I don't think that he should be Secretary of State, and we'll go through that. We'll listen to the hearings. I want to hear very carefully from him. But what we're talking about with people like Matt Gaetz is very different from what we're talking about with people like Marco Rubio. And we just have to keep that in mind. But do understand with Matt Gaetz, and you've already made this point, he's not the only one out there who is unqualified and who raises whole questions like Tulsi Gabbard does. You really want her to have all of the secrets of the United States and our defense intelligence agencies when she has so clearly been in Putin's pocket? That just has to be a hard no.
Fuck that. She's an Islamophobe. She's not a Putin's puppet. She's an Islamophobe who wants war with fucking Iran. Wake up, Lauren. Yeah.
I would say Israel's puppet, if anybody's puppet.
Yeah.
That's
she's definitely an Israel's puppet. But this Putin puppet fucking narrative, oh, she's an Assad toady. Shut the fuck up. You guys don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, that was that Barry Weiss thing. It's been going around all week. We don't.
Well, that's 5 years old.
I know. I remember back when we started the show. Yeah. Anyway, you brought a Nico House, and we're going to let Nico fly here. What's the subject?
Oh, well, okay, so this is Trump's fucking appointee for a defense secretary. Now, this guy, he served in the military, but, he's got a swastika tattooed on his chest, and he's a manly man.
Swastika? I thought he had some like coat of arms. Interesting.
Meet Trump's new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm a little bit more than disappointed, but if I was MAGA, I would be more confused as to what qualifies this man to be the Secretary of Defense. Literally, his role in government amounts to zero. He's zero experience in government, and his military experience is the National Guard. It literally just looks like this guy was picked to be the Secretary of Defense because of his over-the-top hawkish commentary as a pundit for Fox and Friends. Once again, MAGA people, y'all got some explaining to do because your guy said that he's going to be the anti-war candidate and bring peace to the world. Yet he
is this really 5 minutes?
Secretary of Defense who referred to Putin
you cut it halfway through
as an authoritarian.
All right.
Even though he's a democratically elected president, and he said that he's mad at the Biden administration for not sending more weapons. More aid to Ukraine.
There you go. That's what you voted for.
Supplying Ukraine with what it needs faster than we have, and we haven't been doing it. The Biden administration has not been doing it fast enough so that they can further bog Putin down and push him back. It's going to be long, it's going to be bloody, but I think those are the stakes for the United States of America. He's going to double down on the tactics he believes will bring civilians to their knees. You know why? He doesn't play by the rules of war. We call him a war criminal, and we do, and rightfully so. He doesn't care. Russia's not a signatory to the International Criminal Court. Russia's not a signatory. He doesn't feel any threat that he'll be held accountable. Ceasefires? You know what ceasefires are for him? An opportunity to reload.
So what is this?
What
is this? Was he spawned from Lindsey Graham's ass or what?
Right?
Yeah.
God, they all got a fucking hard on for Putin. Like, they want war with Russia. Now, isn't that the first thing Trump fucking ran on was the first thing I'm going to do as a president-elect is I'm going to stop the war in Ukraine and Russia.
In
And
like
now
what,
all of
48
these-
hours or something? I don't know what the hell he said.
Which has
but-
not happened. We know it didn't happen, right? But I mean, all of these pics are just like war with Russia, war with Russia, war with Russia. Like
War with China, war with China, nuke Iran, nuke Iran, nuke Iran. They could make a song to that. Somebody want to write a song for these
I thought
suckers?
Trump was supposed to be the anti-war candidate. What
Yeah,
the
shit.
fuck?
Whatever. You ain't getting no anti-war candidate, so don't even bother. What do we got here? What's this? Is this another one from this
so
dude?
this is him. This is only 22 minutes. Go ahead.
I'm straight up
22
just
seconds.
saying we should not have women in combat roles. I'm straight up just saying we should not have women in combat roles. It hasn't made us more effective, hasn't made us more lethal, has made fighting more complicated. We've all served with women, and they're great. It just, our institutions don't have to incentivize that in places where not traditionally, over human history, men in those positions are more capable.
You know, if you go to mode, if you go to view and you go to mode and you do viewing, you won't get that double playback.
Okay.
And it won't change it at all for you. Like
Okay.
it doesn't change the viewing on it. It just stops that double playback window. Yeah, he doesn't want women in combat positions, you know, because fuck women. They shouldn't be in the military. But I got a question. Like, if 70% of U.S. military-aged boys do not qualify to be in the military and you don't let women in combat, who's going to fight these fucking wars against Russia and China and Iran?
Nobody. I don't want them to fight those wars.
Nobody wants to fight these wars, but I mean, they can't have it both fucking ways. So yeah, this is NPR.
I know, it breaks your
Marine Corps
brain, yeah.
released a study, women in combat, you know. Yeah, he's saying absolutely women should not be in combat. But I gotta say, the woman that was assigned to, you know, protect Trump when they tried to off him, she made women look bad for real.
Yeah, she had a really bad day. So, yeah, but how many?
Melissa McCarthy was playing.
Well,
a
how
role or something.
many times do these Secret Service agents are they faced with that? How many assassination attempts have there been in history? So, you know, she's only human. I'm not trying to make excuses for her.
That's their one job, though. They're prepared.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
what
They're supposed to be
That's what
running
they're
those
trained
drills.
to do. That's the
But
one
isn't
fucking job.
according to what I heard, isn't this the B team, the whole team that was protecting Trump at this time when he was there?
Yeah, and they pulled half of his.
Yeah, they pulled half of it. I'm not trying to make
guards
excuses. That's
suspended
just what it
First Lady
was. So
Jill.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right,
you
for sure.
you brought Whitney Webb. I love Whitney Webb.
Well, let's talk about Matt Gaetz. Of course, Matt Gaetz has been tapped for attorney fucking general, Mr. Conspiracy Theory himself. And Whitney says Matt Gaetz, Trump's pick to be attorney general, argued against reevaluating Epstein's sweetheart deal. More recently, one of his closest associations has been actively lobbying to free Ghislaine Maxwell, claiming she and Epstein were patriots.
You got to be kidding me. He didn't say that, really.
No, I'm not kidding you. So yeah, Matt Gaetz. I hear a lot of people that are happy with the Matt Gaetz pick over on the left, but yeah, come on, guys. It's one big fucking club, and
Yeah, it's a duopoly. I don't trust any of them. I mean, just nobody should stop the relentless pressure that needs to be put on all of these fuckers. The total duopoly. Do not give up pressure. Don't go to sleep on either side of the duopoly. That's all we can do. So keep doing what you're doing. Did you hear that Bolton endorsed Gaetz? Breaking. John Bolton says Matt Gaetz is the worst nomination for a cabinet position in American history, and that's the only reason why I'd want to vote for Gaetz. So, you know, that's John Bolton, and you brought a clip of Johnny Bolton here.
Didn't that chick look like Melissa McCarthy? I swear to God, she did.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I got to bust out the war meme. I haven't had to use that in a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought it was
wasn't there a walrus back in the '60s cartoon that he looks just like the Wally
that
Walrus?
does remind me of that.
Yeah,
Wally
yeah. There's Wally Walrus. Okay, yeah, that was it. Okay, let's hear what we got here from the guy that shouldn't be platformed at all. So I feel like a hypocrite because we're platforming him. But
this is actually pretty funny. This is actually pretty funny.
Okay, I'm all for satire and funny, serious stuff too. So.
Well, I thought it was the worst cabinet level appointment in history until they then heard about the Matt Gaetz appointment. Really, my reaction was that this is like the legend of Caligula, the Roman emperor, who wanted to nominate his horse as a Roman consul.
Caligula!
You had to be a Roman senator at the time to be a consul, and it was intended to show how demeaned and degraded the Roman Senate had become. So now we're going to see whether the American Senate can stand up and reject two people who are totally unqualified, unfit professionally, and really lacking in the moral characteristics, the character that you need to hold these jobs. I think this vote should be 100-0 against both of them.
Bolton, a real dope, but I thought he'd be great because he was so stupid. He was like a boiler. Every time, if somebody shot down a little tiny crappy drone that cost about $15, you want to go to war with Russia. I said, no, I think he was great for me, though, for a period of time because he was a nut job, and everybody, I could see his face get red with that stupid white mustache, and he'd be ready to explode. And this was good for me. I went to Kim Jong-un in North Korea. I took this moron with me, and he never said anything. But when Kim Jong-un saw him, he said, oh, shit, I think the guy wants to go to war. So he was great for me to negotiate with. The same thing with Russia. You know, when Putin saw him, I'd be very nice. I'd say, hi, Vladimir, how you doing? And then Putin, so, 2 rows back, and it'd see that moron, and it'd say, holy shit, this guy wants to go to war with me.
You know what? Did Tucker Carlson just appear out of thin air in that clip, or what? It's
kind of didn't
yeah,
it?
that was poor editing, guys. I think, or they couldn't cut it up, or it didn't make any difference. But
still,
yeah,
it was funny what Trump
it was
saying
funny
about how Bolton kind of was this little lapdog, like I'll scare him with Bolton because he's crazy and unfucking him.
Yeah,
so.
It's not often that we agree with Donald Trump, but when we do, we really do.
He's still entertainment value.
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
Before he was anything.
Hell yeah. Geraldo Rivera claims he threw up after hearing Matt Gaetz was President Trump's pick for attorney. So did I, Geraldo. So did I. So did a lot of people.
God, was that before or after he sent you dick pics?
No, he had his shirt off. Have
you seen that? Have you seen the fucking pictures those dick pics of his that got out? Oh my God.
I don't know if
Geraldo's ripped for his age, but
Was it a dick pic or a pic of his nose? I don't know what the hell it is.
No, it was a potential dick pic.
And you had to put the funny up there with Casey Anthony there. That's
Casey Anthony. Trump names Casey Anthony as director of the Department of Children and Family Services.
Jesus Christ! You know what? This is going to be a hell of a 4 years if we live through it.
Oh my God, isn't it?
It's got to be something. So you brought Ron Paul with Tulsi and Shmuley with Tulsi. Yeah.
Let us not forget she's a young global leader.
I don't even think I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like that.
That is. We're going to talk symbolism over on Trailer Park on Monday. So
is that the Masons
or
what the hell is that sign?
No, that's the triangle. So that's the Illuminati.
Oh, this is the Illuminati. So I'd have somebody will cut that and say Oz is Illuminati.
Well, we're going to cover that. I'll break it all down for you on Monday because, there's the all-seeing eye. These are the workers, and then these are the power players on the top, like the handshake, because we saw a handshake between Trump and Biden this week.
Don't they hold their fingers somehow with their hand?
Yeah, it's like they grab your hand and then they it's wide open, and that's the power symbol. We're going to talk about it.
Can't everybody do this? Can't they just do the... Yeah, is that how it is? Spock? Just do the Spock. Fuck all this other shit.
You're a Trekkie. Come on.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up in the 70s if you didn't know how to do that. Let's see. Yeah. Congratulations, Tulsi Gabbard, on her nomination as Director of National Intelligence. Her military service and dedication to our constitutional rights makes her a strong choice for this critical role. Wishing her success in leading our intelligence community. So
Oh,
there
my
you are.
God.
Ron Paul is happy with this, but don't let us forget that she's got a schmooly butt plug. Apparently, and there she is hanging out with Mariel Adelson, and yeah, she's a young global leader, and we've been telling you guys this for the last 8 years, that I've known she's a young global leader for the last 8 years. So
She's going to be president. She's going to be president. She's going to be the first female president. I bet you.
you know what, I'd be okay with that, actually.
Oh my God! Like we have a choice. What the hell?
Well, her better than Harris. At least.
Well,
Chelsea's
got brain. Yeah, yeah.
Tulsi has been in the military, so she wouldn't overcompensate and feel like she'd have to use the military first off to prove that she had big balls. That's the difference between her.
They're trying to say she doesn't have enough military experience, and they're pointing these other fuckers. Are you kidding me? What you brought Cuomo? You brought Fredo.
I got Fredo on the deck. U.S. doesn't support
Islamism is very directly a political Islam whose goal is world domination under Islamic law. That is the goal of groups like Hamas and Al Qaeda and ISIS and others. So we have to be very clear about that. Unfortunately, what we're seeing on our college campuses are not these protests actually truly calling for peace, understanding the dangers of the situation there. They have become puppets of this radical Islamist organization that stands diametrically opposed to our ideology of freedom.
Shut the fuck
and unfortunately, President Biden, he seems to be afraid of being called an Islamophobe, which is why he's shirking away from a very clear statement of standing against anti-Semitism, for free speech, and against this radical Islamist ideology.
Are you questioning
She
Tulsi?
says that college kids are being fucking used as puppets because they don't really want world peace. They are just being used as puppets because Hamas wants world domination.
Well,
That's
where
what
does
she just said in that
where does she get her information compared? Oh, I don't know.
Intelligent. Come on.
Well, I know. And speaking of intelligence, this is not the person to go through for intelligence, in my humble opinion.
Gosh,
Okie dokie, boomer. Here you go.
And we haven't even gotten to Tulsi Gabbard potentially having access to national security information.
Here we go
And Russia
again.
Loves it. Loves
Here we
her.
go again. Talking
I actually
points.
think almost more than Matt Gaetz, Tulsi Gabbard's appointment is devastating.
Devastating.
And Tulsi Gabbard's nomination, as much as she says that she's an anti-war person, she's not.
Yeah.
She supports very pro-war individuals.
You are?
Syria.
And let's be
very
clear,
anti-war.
the Tulsi Gabbard nomination is a pro-war nomination globally.
You're
Point
a
blank,
pro-war
period.
As is
whore, too.
Donald
Shut
Trump
up.
as president of the United States.
Who's been voting for all the money to go to Ukraine and to fucking Israel? That's the epitome of hypocrisy.
Genocidal Joe. Don't.
Oh yeah, abso-frickin-lutely. I think I brought this one. I guess I'll have to read it. This is the...
Yes, I did hear that. Tulsi is a total apex Zionist.
Oh, hell yeah. I agree. Scott Jennings shuts down 2 CNN panelists flipping out over RFK as HHS nomination. RFK Jr. is a nut, and let's get it to the real issue here, which is you want to insult the man. Public trust in the health regime in this country is as low as it gets. And I have to agree with this guy. But what are we going to get? Here we go.
If we're being intellectually honest, there's really no...
I don't know where to shut that mode off.
Jr. should be HHS secretary.
You go to
an
view
advisor,
on the deck.
a confidant, somebody who talks to the president and advises. But there's no managerial experience in his resume. There's nothing that says he is qualified to do this job that is in charge of the health of all of us, all these different lanes. If he has views and has insights around food sources, around vaccines, then those should be given in advisory roles.
Why?
Because...
Well, what were the qualifications of the previous ones?
Well, I think it's important to always remember that you put yourself... Say that again?
What were the management qualifications? I mean, Xavier Becerra.
I'm not talking about the previous. I'm looking forward.
But you're calling into question whether he could actually do this job, and I think it's
absolutely. I think America is now, and I think
it's important to discuss it because Xavier Becerra was just a lawyer and a politician with no management experience.
So does two negatives, two wrongs make a right?
Sylvia Burwell was a Walmart lobbyist. Donna Shalala was a university person. Look,
RFK Jr. is a nut.
Okay, so that's different than what you just said. You just said he doesn't possess the requisite managerial experience, but then we get to the real issue here, which is you want to insult the man, which is your right to do because you opposed him in the election. But you, Doctor, are raising the issues that he has been raising.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell? What the hell?
What the hell? Doc, I'm throwing wrenches over at the trailer park. If you're new here, welcome. And yeah, we have democracy in the chat, so you got a wrench.
What do I click on when I get the mode open?
Okay, so go to view, which, you got file, edit, view, and then you go to mode, and then you go viewing, the very bottom one.
Okay.
There's editing, commenting, and viewing, and that'll get rid of that playback, double playback.
Really?
Yep, I've been meaning to tell you that for a couple weeks now. I just
but I would have to recrop the deck. Okay, I will try that next time.
Just hit refresh. Just hit refresh. It'll be okay. Just
Sorry,
hit
guys.
Refresh circly.
Maintenance
It'll
here.
Take a second. Well, no, it'll make it better so we don't have to hear the double playback on it.
Okay, let's try it. I did it, so let's try it.
Okay.
We've got. Let's go on to the next one. Oh shit! This yeah. This is okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so whatever. I'm about to open up a big bag of chips. I picture RFK Jr. giving me a look like this, and I put it down the bag of chips and get myself a carrot. Yeah, right. And it's a really bad time to be seed oils, glyphosate, acetone, red 40. Yellow 5, Fruit Loops, or fluoride. And this is exactly why they will not confirm RFK Jr. or they will RFK his ass is my guess. What do you
think? I want to speak to this really quick. We know what we're going to get with RFK Jr. But what this point here, seed oils, Annie's organic cheese puffs that they sell at Costco,
Oh, those are terrible.
They make me sick. I tried them. They're full of seed oil, yellow number 5, and how can they call this shit organic when it's loaded with poison? Not to mention the glyphosate.
You can slap organic on any fucking label anymore. It pretty much, if you're not making it yourself and you know the ingredients in it, it's probably not fucking healthy. If it's pre-made by anybody, it's not healthy anymore.
Yeah,
America's
it's not.
Food is killing us. And, they say that RFK Jr. was tapped by Trump to get America's kids healthier in the next 2 years before our big golden, anniversary, which Trump's going to throw a big, huge Hitler type parade for and party. And hey, cool, I'm down for that. I hope I'm still alive for it. But do you think they're going to let him actually do that? The amount of money. Now, you got to understand that big tobacco came into the food industry in the fucking 90s after they got smacked around by for smoking. And they addicted us to rotten foods, preservatives, and all these seed oils. And that's when they put the pyramid out there telling us to eat, 12 fucking doses of carbohydrates and high processed refined fucking grains, which has just made our kids completely fat. So I hope that RFK Jr. does actually get confirmed for this. I mean, yeah, he's got a smelly butt plug, but fuck, if he can make it a little better for us food-wise,
I feel like we've been begging for crumbs for years, and we're still begging for crumbs with RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard and whatever crumbs we're going to get from those kind of. Got a couple of issues we agree with people. So you brought Whitney Webb here. What's going on here?
More issues I don't agree with than agree with. But
absolutely.
On the ones that I do agree, okay. So Whitney Webb, you guys, Whitney is on top of it. She just dropped this, and you can find this on Unlimited Hangout, but it's also up on another YouTube channel. It's called hold on, let me look what the channel's called. I was just watching it earlier. But she does a 4-year kind of prediction on what is going to come under the Trump administration. And it is so important, especially if you have finances in the market, in 401ks or anything like that, you got to understand what's coming and get your damn money out of there. What is that channel called? I was just watching it earlier.
Whales?
No, it's like a RFT. I sent it to you. Hold on, I sent it to you.
I thought. Well, okay. I was thinking.
I got it.
Yeah, unusual.
The channel
whales.
is TFTC. So just type in TFTC into YouTube, and you'll be able to find this. It's called Whitney Webb: The Next 4 Years of America. So freaking worth it. But here's a little preview of it.
The next president, who we know now will be Trump, is going to face some sort of U.S. government debt crisis. When Trump was in office last time, BlackRock designed U.S. fiscal response to COVID that they began implementing before a pandemic was even declared, and it resulted in one of the biggest wealth transfers in American history and printed more money than at any other time in U.S. history. I've been really skeptical that that won't repeat itself. And so you're already seeing sort of signaling that someone like Mike Pompeo been fielded for Secretary of Defense, or some figures that have neoconservative bents. I mean, they worked with Obama during 2008, they worked with Trump, and they worked with Biden, and would have worked with Kamala. Their track record is basically stealing wealth from the public.
Why did we all forget this? Every 4 years, this is the most important election. We have to go vote. We all believe in elections again. I think that the Uniparty is going to do what it wants to do. It's this purple party entity.
Investigative journalist Whitney Webb and researcher Mark Goodwin just pulled back the curtain on America's fake democracy and how both Republicans and Democrats serve the same masters. Now they're about to reveal why stablecoins might be the biggest threat to Bitcoin.
They are actively putting dollar instruments into the Bitcoin blockchain. They're creating all of these ways to create dollars on Lightning.
Stablecoins have the potential to be just as programmable and surveillable as a CBDC could be, and the Fed and the national security community, meaning the CIA, among other agencies, have been very open that stablecoins will ensure dollar hegemony.
From BlackRock to Bitcoin, from elections to surveillance, in the next 90 minutes, Webb and Goodwin reveal the full story of what's coming and how you can stay prepared.
Yeah.
Definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it. It's an excellent layout of what is coming. And we got another pandemic coming, guys. They're already working on it. We had a good meeting with Sister Amber King the other day. And you guys know Miss Amber, she's on top of that shit. She was on top of COVID. She saw it coming.
She hasn't had to mea culpa. Yeah, she hasn't had to hardly mea culpa on anything.
No, between Amber and I, we saw COVID coming 6 weeks, 8 weeks before anybody else did. I mean, we saw it before the new year of 2020. So, and we were on top of the ball. Amber was on top of the ball with the mRNAs. I mean,
if you get a chance, Catherine Austin Fitts is another one that's got it. She nailed, absolutely nailed,
absolutely.
And that
get prepared.
Yeah, definitely prepared.
And let's see, CDC director fears RFK Jr. may share misinformation from a place of power.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Another reason why I want him put in that post. I'm tired of
this woman? She was terrible. If you take me off screen, you'll be able to see her.
Wasowski? No, this is a different one. I don't know who this is.
No, this isn't Nina Jinkowitz. This is, this woman was terrible. I know we covered her a lot during the pandemic. She was just a nightmare. The CDC director, right? She was just full of shit.
Yeah, no, I don't. I can't remember that one.
I know. I forgot more things than I can remember over the last 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure, but I definitely recognize
I'm the same way. What do you got here?
FDA? I think this is the FDA. We're talking about we don't need the FDA anymore.
Let's check it out.
Hey, just wanted to make this video for anybody out there who thinks we need the FDA.
All of this stuff has been on the shelves for decades.
Since 1976.
We've been taking it, imagining that it's been working, but what the FDA is saying today is actually it never did work.
Cold medicine doesn't work
anymore. What they want to do is they're proposing an order to go ahead and take it off the shelves.
So every bit of cold medicine you and your parents bought doesn't work. The FDA is just now admitting this. We're talking about NyQuil, Sudafed, Benadryl, and Mucinex. None of this shit actually works.
Doesn't work?
The active ingredient in all those medicines is bullshit. Yet the FDA approved all these medicines 48 years ago, and we have been buying it, spending money on it, and taking it since.
What?
And it doesn't fucking
work. So I'm just curious, like, why the fuck do we have the FDA? Because what we see from them is recall after recall after recall of drugs they approve that end up unaliving people. And now we find out that the most popular cold and flu medications that we've been taking for nearly 50 fucking years don't work. I cannot wait for RFK to be in charge.
Wait a second. Wait a minute. Wait.
This is
wait
true.
a minute.
True. They're proposing to take the anything that has what is it for propranolol? What is that one for?
Yeah, propranolol.
Anything that has that in it, they're going to take that off the market. Sudafed is another one. Benadryl is another one. They say the active ingredients in them don't actually fucking help your cold.
Well, okay. That should have been parsed in that piece, because what they do is they relieve symptoms. Now, I know a lot about this stuff because I used to sell it. Now, diphenhydramine works. That's in Benadryl. Makes you sleepy.
Diphenhydramine doesn't do shit but make you sleepy. That's it. Dr. Tree, when we were at the border, we went down to the border to protest. She was like, "Oh, you can't sleep here. Take diphenhydramine. The only thing it's good for is sleep."
Okay, so Robitussin, the Gafu, I can't pronounce it.
I got fucked up on some Robitussin.
Well, yeah, well, that's but the serum in that did help relieve symptoms of, sore throat and things like that.
Maybe it was just psychosomatic, and you thought it was helping, so you assumed it was helping. I don't know.
We could debate this all night. I think that should have been parsed differently, but
we could just drink a bottle of NyQuil and freaking test it out for ourselves.
Well, we used to drink that in college. We'd have shots of NyQuil while we're doing some weed.
One time I died. One time I died. Like, I did a bunch of acid. I was like probably 18, 19 years old. I did a bunch of fucking acid, and I'd been up drinking all night. And I wanted to go to sleep, and you know how you get wired on acid. So
yeah.
I drank a bunch of freaking NyQuil, and I went to bed, and I woke up, and I had that paralysis where your body is asleep, but your brain's awake. And I was trapped in my body, and I was laying there like, oh my God, I think I'm going to die. I think I'm dying. And then I just fell asleep. I just knocked out, and I woke up like 8 hours later and was like, oh, okay, I guess I lived.
Trippy. Trippy. Here you go. You brought this one. Is this his cabinet?
Benadryl does work for allergic reactions. I agree.
Yes, it does. It does. It does.
Benadryl should be on that list, because
I don't think it should be either.
The hospitals and
well, yeah, that kind of contradicts what you said earlier. It just puts you to sleep. No, that's what's in Benadryl. It does counteract, allergies.
Well, it's got an antihistamine in it, right?
Yeah, it's an antihistamine. So, yeah, absolutely. Right. Stand corrected. Yeah, that's what she meant to say. I get it. We talk all the time about this shit, so that's what happened there. So,
yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah, we get it. So, what's this? Is this the Israeli cabinet that he's putting in?
Trump's Israeli first cabinet nominees. Yeah, let's see. Brian Hook, Mike Waltz. Look, they're all freaking Zionists. Mark Rubio. Yeah. Have you seen?
Go ahead.
Have you seen the whole entire layout of his cabinet picks? There's not one person of color. Not one person of fucking color in the whole goddamn thing. It's the whitest Aryan nation shit I've seen.
I don't know why the hell he would even put Elise Stefanik in, because she is Israel first, and so is Kristi Noem. They are two of the worst. But as we've shown these graphics for the last 2 years about how many congressional members are owned by AIPAC, by the Israeli lobby. So this is kind of like, duh. I mean, just about anybody you put in is going to be, Israel first. I mean, they own our Congress. They've even come out and said, I think Benji even said, we own the Congress. We own American government. And they do. They do. Hey, Charlie, what's going on?
Hey, you guys are lucky I didn't bring the meme that has Trump eating out Marion Adelson against the freaking Wailing Wall. Did you see that?
Oh, my God, Shanda.
Did you see it? I didn't bring it.
The description was bad. Just whatever. I brought this, and this is a pretty good, No,
some of you guys don't understand how sadistic this was. Do you see that? That is the aid that they allowed to get into the north yesterday. 10 aid trucks made it into Beit Hanun, and they were sent directly to the school shelter centers. And they were filled with fresh meat fresh fruit, and fresh vegetables after months of only working with tinned food and spoiled flour. That sounds great, doesn't it? Except immediately after they unloaded all of the trucks, they dropped their evacuation orders. And then immediately after the evacuation orders dropped, they started dropping bombs. The people fled Beit Hanun under a hailstorm of bullets, bombs, and artillery, fired off by helicopter, by tank, and by warplane. Immediately before they started dropping bombs on the schools and the family homes, they gave them one final meal. But they didn't even give them time to eat it. And as the schools burned, Patel told the world that there would be no arms embargo because they let in food. And the mainstream media doesn't want to talk about this at all. They want to tell you what a great job it was that Israel finally let in some food, but they're not going to tell you that they targeted Hassam Shabbat's cousins. Yeah, the journalist for Al Jazeera, they bombed his cousin's family home, and the only survivor was a baby. Dr. Shabbat is laying in 2 pieces in the street, along with so many other people who were either gunned down or blown to bits. And the Western media wants us to give them a round of applause.
Can it get any worse? I mean, what we saw yesterday that...
Well, it got worse this morning. They did the same thing. They're burning tents down that have food and shit in them. It's just... they're
Oh, but we're good guys. We let aid in.
Our government is breaking the law by giving them weapons. They are breaking the law, and they should be indicted for that. So,
but they won't, because Trump is owned, just like fucking Biden was, by these motherfuckers. So
well, Biden's still in charge. He should be indicted. All of them should be. They're breaking the law.
Nothing changed by electing Trump.
Nothing. Nothing changed by electing Trump at all. Matter of fact, I don't know. Can things get worse than they really are? I think the next stage of worse are nukes, right? Is that it?
Well, yeah, they want war with Iran. So, I mean, that's what Netanyahu wants. So, you know, yeah, it can get worse, actually.
Well,
is it going to start affecting us here at the homeland?
Yeah. So Chucky is pushing this. He brought this.
Chucky moves to add Anti-Semitic Awareness Act to the 2025 defense bill. Senator Chuck Schumer puts forth the bill as an amendment in a negotiation with congressional leaders. If successful, the legislation is on the fast track to passage. And since all of these fuckers are owned by AIPAC, of course it's going to pass. And if you even bring any of this up, like we talk about on our show every Saturday and have since October 7th, well, way before then anyways, but will be considered anti-Semitic.
Yeah, well, Chucky, I don't know how anybody can say him and like Schultz and the rest of them aren't foreign agents for Israel. And this kind of shit, this shouldn't even be considered. This should not even be considered. That was the boycott divest bill that they rammed through, and some states still do that. I think 38 states still have that boycott. Yeah, I mean, so we're breaking the law if we boycott these murdering motherfuckers.
Do you remember that hurricane that hit Houston and they flooded really bad? In order to get FEMA loans, you had to sign a contract, and inside that contract was a anti-Semitic clause in there that you couldn't talk shit about Israel. So they're slowly sneaking it in on us anyways.
Well, yeah, they sneak everything in. And if you think Obama didn't get the Trans-Pacific Partnership in, they've been sneaking bits in the whole time with the Biden administration.
I fought the TPP.
So did I, big time.
I traveled
big time.
And supported it out there with a bunch of celebrities. I'm not even kidding, like real Hollywood celebrities. And they just they gutted it, pieced it out, and snuck it into every one of these goddamn bills that they've passed over the last 8 years. So it's pretty much been implemented. Yeah.
You had Hollywood celebrities with you? That's why it failed.
We had Lily Evangeline.
Oh, yeah.
And Eric Andre and God, who else? I mean, we did a big show in Seattle. I got on stage for that.
How much did you have to pay them? $1 million a piece or what?
Yeah, I don't know how much they got paid for that shit. They were against it. They showed up. They did it. I mean, they did the show.
It's funny.
Had a big,
I just about the endorsements. We're getting the numbers that these celebrities were paid, and Oprah got cratered this week.
I've got it on the deck. It's in Hollywood.
But the ones most of the celebrity endorsements for Trump, I think, if not all of them, none of them were paid endorsements. And they should be.
No, Trump's like, you got to pay me, motherfucker.
They should be forced to put in the corner that this is a paid endorsement. If that's not campaign violation, we should do something about that, because that's just totally wrong. Totally wrong. Now here's
knows when they say
now I don't. This is not a funny meme at all. This is the saddest thing that I saw this week as far as memes go. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the saddest thing I've seen this week. This is terrible. It's so bad. The Grim Reaper is embarrassed and protecting children. That's how bad it is. And that just struck a nerve in my head because it's fucking true. These guys are worse than the Grim fucking Reaper. And they're murdering these children. They're targeting them. So once again, to hell with you. To hell with all of you. Anybody that supports this is horrific. And you put in perfect spot.
Well, I haven't heard anybody blaming Susan Sarandon for Trump, but Susan Sarandon says that she is blacklisted in Hollywood after anti-Jewish remarks. So, yeah, you know, we've seen her out on the front lines at many pro-Palestinian protests. And, yeah, she's blacklisted from Hollywood, but God, wouldn't that be a good thing with the way that Hollywood's fucking taken?
Hollywood's done. They are going to have to rework the whole thing, the whole image, the movie stars, the Hollywood. Look at these movies that are cratering. I think The Rock just had one called Red that just ate shit. I mean,
of this crap.
Nobody's watching this stuff anymore, and I think we should have a segment someday and talk about this. Not that it really means anything, but it'll pass the time. But we've been socially conditioned accidentally to not be interested in Hollywood anymore, and they fucking blew it. So I'll get into that more.
Well, I'm going to cover it on TPP on Monday, and yes, I'm doing a TPP on Monday, so join me, and we're going to talk about it in Hollywood.
And we wanted to show this, right? This is a new type of cancer discovered, and that's it. And I support that 100%. And this one, you brought this one in. I think that this is kind of
democracy destroys the country. People elect Republicans. Republicans destroy the country. People elect Democrats. Yep.
Yeah, let me see. How are we on time? Okay, I brought this one. Bernie Sanders, the war in Gaza has been conducted almost entirely with American weapons, $18 billion in U.S. taxpayer dollars. We cannot continue to be complicit in this war by supplying more military aid and weaponry to the Netanyahu government. Congress must act to block these sales. Like I said earlier, they are breaking the law because they're not allowing aid in. I don't know how many times we have to do this. No matter what Patel and Miller and those fucks at the State Department say, they're lying through their teeth because they know. My response to Bernie was, where do I begin? You are without a doubt the poster child for public disgrace. Watching you pull off this charade is like witnessing a slow-motion train wreck. Tragically mesmerizing, but absolutely nauseating. How, I ask, have you managed to slither under the radar all these years? Truly, it's an embarrassment to be part of the nation whose leadership has perfected the art of corruption for decades. You're like a cherry on top of this disastrous sundae, and frankly, it's enough to make even the most patriotic among us hang our heads in shame. And that's because Bernie Sanders betrayed us, and he flips the script as soon as the election's over, just exposing him more. And the problem that a lot of us has is what he's saying now is what should have been said before the goddamn election. And all he did was suck their ass the whole time. Now he comes out and acts like the old Bernie Sanders that we thought he was. He's a con artist. He's a disgrace. And I'm not even going to debate anybody about it. Just keep on being deluded about Bernie Sanders. He's a worthless piece of shit, and he should have been gone a long time ago.
I find myself going, shut the fuck up, Bernie, all the fucking time. But what do they do? He comes out and he says, the Democrats let the American people down. So what do? They roll Crypt Keeper fucking Nancy Pelosi out to say, Bernie's out of touch and Bernie doesn't have
it's all a game. It's all a con. Now, this is short. Listen to this shit.
Yeah, this is shit.
As we're working to make sure that Ukraine has what it needs to effectively defend itself, the United States continues to step up. We've obligated just recently and pushed out the door another $8 billion in security assistance for Ukraine.
Can you believe it?
September. another almost $500 million. Just
another
2 weeks ago.
$500 million.
And President Biden is committed to making sure that every dollar we have at our disposal.
Committed every dollar we have.
Between now and January 20th.
For Ukraine.
Literally.
And fuck Lahaina. Fuck North Carolina. Fuck East Palestine, Ohio.
Okay,
Fuck,
let me go off
everybody.
on the North Carolina thing for a second. Fuck all you dumb ass shitlibs out there fucking telling me that FEMA and everybody has done a great job of responding to North Carolina. Bull fucking shit. Take a look at it. It has not been cleaned up. They are not in housing. They are getting their children taken away because they don't have adequate fucking housing. And most of them got turned down for the $750 from FEMA. Fuck you for coming on my page and screaming at me that I don't know what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
Piss me off, man.
Yeah. And you brought a Fee Says tonight.
Fee says, well, Piers Morgan says, very gracious of the Bidens to welcome President Trump to the White House today.
Oh,
shit. Vicious presidential race. And after what happened in 2020, full credit to them. And V says, very gracious of them to pass the warmongering Zionist torch.
Didn't I say that last show? It's just like it's a race and they're just passing the baton forward. I mean, give me a damn break.
Well, now it's kiss ass time, right? I mean, Biden and Trump look like old buddies there, but Chucky Schumer, he's out there smooching some Trumpy ass. I noticed all week. Have you seen this clip?
No. Oh yeah. Here we go.
I congratulate President-elect Trump on his victory, and I look forward to speaking with him soon. And I congratulate Vice President Harris and Governor Walz for running a historic campaign.
Historically shitty
The
campaign.
incredible work their team has done over the last 4 months. The values Vice President Harris ran on will live on.
Oh my God.
Individual freedom, opportunity for all, and working together to build a safer, stronger nation.
Values is code for bullshit. That's what it is. When they start saying values, that means bullshit. Running on bullshit. And that's what she did. That's exactly what she did. And I think I brought this one in 2021, shows the graphic of so-called moderate Democrats who tanked the huge infrastructure bill. Just 6 voted on yes for 94, 95. The other 3 were no longer in Congress. Democratic Party is irredeemable, as these people will always fill its ranks. And they're simply, they don't give a shit about you, because Biden, they said that they needed I think it was $10 trillion, and Manchin and the rest of these scumbags just kept whittling it down more and more and more. And yeah, it ended up being some ridiculously low number. And they are still trumpeting Build Back Better. What have they built back better, Shanda? I have no clue.
I have no fucking idea. What got built? What's better? What's back?
What's wrong? Are these people all on drugs, or do they have somebody's puppeteer up their ass? I don't know what the hell it is. And this has got to make you sick. Right here. You brought this. You brought Lurch.
Yeah, Lurch. So breaking, Senate Democrats are now saying that John Fetterman is the future of the party, hinting a possible 2028 presidential run. Can you fucking imagine, Oz? This guy didn't even know how to say his own name a couple of months or 2 years ago. He had a stroke and he couldn't talk. Remember, we brought all those clips when he was doing the farm bill.
What the fuck's Dora doing?
He's running for president. What the fuck? Every time I see him, I hear the Addams Family doorbell lurch.
Lurch. No, Jimmy Dore's doing something. What is put it on the wrist from Young Frankenstein? Put it on the wrist. Yeah, the guy. Oh my God.
He's dressed fancy today. He actually wore his tie.
Jesus Christ. We're so. What does Missy say? We're fucked. Come on, Reef. Where's your sound machine? We're fucked.
We're so
fucked. Oh, you brought Martha. Oh my God.
Well, actually, I brought this to let everybody know that Nancy Pelosi has decided to throw her hat in the ring for yet another Senate race. That's right. She's running again. So why did Martha Stewart go to prison for insider trading and Nancy Pelosi has not?
Yeah, what's the deal? What's the deal? Where's the parity there?
Can you believe she's running again? She's been in politics since RFK got fucking inaugurated.
She said 2 cycles ago she wasn't going to run again. So,
oh my God. She's going to Dianne Feinstein this shit.
Yeah.
She's going to just drop dead on the Senate floor. She will
Lovely
never go
day.
away.
Lovely day.
Yeah.
Lovely day. The Maori Haka in New Zealand, Parliament, this is how they protest bills. And I know you guys saw this. It's been played all on all the shows, but I got to watch it again. I love this.
I wish ours did this. It would be a
No
lot more
shit.
entertaining.
No shit.
Pocahontas up there. Elizabeth Warren. That's how they oppose the bill?
The House is suspended until the ringing of the bells. The gallery is to be cleared.
Fuck off, asshole. Yeah, how did the Native American and Indians handle to reinterpret the treaties that we made with them? They didn't. They just got slaughtered. So yeah, I'm all for that. Absolutely. But, that being said, this is the kind of shit you get in our Congress when a war criminal, a monster representing a nation full of Zionist monsters come to our Congress. This is what they suck his ass.
They're all clapping
Jesus
heels.
Christ. Tell me the U.S. Congress isn't bought off by the Israel lobby.
All of them. It
All
doesn't
of
matter
them.
left, right. It's
All
the
of them.
Purple uniparty, and we all
Yeah,
know it.
that Perez that they've been parading around. Let me turn this off. That Marie Perez they've been parading around on CNN and these other shows. Oh, you beat the Republican. The Republican was a CIA cuck. She is so beatable it isn't even funny, and she's dumber than shit when it comes to foreign policy. That's Marie Goolsbee Perez. When you see her, she is dumb as a stump when it comes to foreign policy. I'm not going to speak to her on the issues locally, but when she has a vote on foreign policy, that's terrible. She's awful, and anybody that's halfway decent, but they had to put in an ultra-conservative CIA agent against her. Are you kidding me? In Washington State, you should have put a moderate in there and ran on policy that was a populist policy. Kick her ass every time. So anyway, that was just ridiculous. Sorry, I'm just so done with this shit. I did see some hopeful news this week. I know everybody did, but I hear Comcast is talking about or was floating the idea that of selling MSNBC. Chanda, they're not going to do this. Comcast is putting
$2
putting up for sale. I don't buy it for a second. I think they're just virtue signaling and trying to get away with it. But I'm going to tell you one thing right here. Dana Bash got her ass kicked, and she was exposed this week. And right here, this lady comes up, and look at Dana Bash's face. She knew about 30 seconds into this was not going to go well for her.
Hi, my name is Grace Weissman.
I can't hear it.
What I perceive to be inflation, of anti-Semitism. This is not true, and that is very anti-Semitic and very dangerous to our Jewish community and our Jewish values. When you do that, I just don't know if you understand that you are being a mouthpiece for the genocide in Gaza. That is wrong. Genocide
Look at her
is
face.
the most
Oh, yeah.
anti-Semitic thing out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
She tries to
She's
walk
trying to get
away.
She's 90 years old. She's a Holocaust survivor. She stands outside the White House every single day because she lost people in the Holocaust, and she's aware that what is going on now is a Holocaust. Do you have an answer for me? I'd really like to know.
I'm not here to debate. I will just say one thing. Being anti-Israel, anti-Israeli government is not anti-Semitic.
Okay. Well, that's what the protests are about on campus.
No.
And you cited them several times. I have been to these protests.
Have you been to the ones at my house where they called me Zionist trash and called for the Intifada?
You are
against me?
Zionist trash.
You are.
I'm not going to single out the extremists. You talked about the protests.
Those are extremists.
Not anti-Semitic.
Those are
There are
extremists.
many genuine pro-Palestinian protests.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are.
What I am talking about are when people say from the river to the sea, they want to do away with the state of Israel. When they come to my house and go to other places.
Except that the Likud government says from the river to the sea.
In the future, the state of Israel have to control on the entire area from the river to the sea.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we're going to excuse.
Busted. Lying again. Got
you
her
can tell
ass.
she was not happy about it, man.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
thinking, "Yes, that's me."
She was not happy about it to the point where she made a statement to Code Pink. You came to a place of Jewish worship, stood in the Bahama near the holy Torah scroll, and pretended to be congregants. You have no shame, no decency, and no clue of what you're talking about. So she's doubling down on her lying bullshit, right? Right? Okay, so Max Blumenthal comes back and says, you came to a place of Jewish worship to promote yourself and couldn't even defend your on-air defamation of anti-genocide protesters. You had no clue that the Likud Charter defines the borders of Israel as between the river and the sea, which is the current apartheid reality you support. And let's face it, if the women who methodically dismantled your crude Zionist logic had not been Jewish, you'd be howling about an anti-Semitic attack. You're a thin-skinned and entitled as your fellow CNN ethno-supremacist. Jake Tapper. Abso-fucking-lutely. Nailed her ass. Way to go, Max. And I gotta tell you, it gets better. It gets better. And here it is. Listen to this bullshit right here. I'm gonna take us off screen. This is Jayapal, who I can't stand. Check this out. Check this out.
15,000 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli airstrikes, 3/4 of whom are women and children.
And it's horrible, but you don't see Israeli.
It is horrible,
raping,
well, Dana, I think we're not.
Oh my God.
So what's wrong with these?
She didn't. It's always but rape. But the only thing we're hearing about rape is how people are being fucking raped to death in Israeli prisons. Raped
Yes.
to death.
Dr. Anand, was that his name? Dr. Anand, a doctor. He was a joint guy, and he got supposedly. It's been said that he was raped to death in prison, in an Israeli prison. So once again, we are breaking the law, international law. And I just want to remind everybody, this is the meat stick that they're paying millions of dollars to lie to the public. She is not a journalist. She's pure bullshit propaganda. Call it entertainment. It's not entertainment. The most trusted name for news, the most trusted name is propaganda and lies. It's not news at all. They're all full of fucking shit. So I can't tell you how much I detest these overpaid, blown up, and we didn't have a Sabby Sab section tonight, but she had one come out today at 1 o'clock Pacific, talking about, I believe it was what these people are paid at these news propaganda. Yeah. It's a great segment. Go check out Sabby Sabs. It was right on. It shows you who they're paid. Anderson Cooper, Rachel Maddow, all these pukes get paid to lie and socially conditioned. None of them. Rachel Maddow was tops with $30 million a year, and it's just horrific. So, in honor of that, the Tantalus TV this week is CNN, and all you Trekkies out there know exactly what the Tantalus field is and what it did. So, yeah, that's what we're at. Tantalus TV. And where are we at in the grand scheme of things? Are we getting close here? We've got... You brought this one. Is this a funny?
I don't remember what this one is. That's why I was trying to play it to see what it was.
Well, let's try it.
It's 2.5 minutes. Let's skip it, though, because we're getting long in the tooth. Let's go
Take
to
it from
Don
Monday.
Lemon.
Don
Yeah, I'll take it
Lemon.
over to Trailer Park.
Okay.
I love this meme. You got to take us off screen so you can see this fucking meme. It's Don Lemon, and he's walking all the way to the guy that's going pee, and he says, hey, why I'm leaving Twitter. Here's why I'm leaving Twitter. Yes, that's right. Don Lemon and a whole other host of idiots, including Joyanne Reed, have decided that they need to be in their little echo chamber and leave X.
Yeah, they'll be gone for 5 minutes. Here we go. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. I have loved connecting with all of you on Twitter and then on X for all of these years. But it's time for me to leave the platform. I once believed that it was a place for honest debate and discussion, transparency and free speech. But I now feel it does not serve that purpose. In addition, starting this Friday, November 15th, X is implementing new terms of service, which among other things states that, quote, all disputes be brought exclusively in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas or state courts located in Tarrant County, Texas, end quote. The full terms of service can be found on my written statement or on the X website. Now, as the Washington Post recently reported on X's decision to change the terms, this, quote, ensures that such lawsuits will be heard in courthouses that are a hub for conservatives, which experts say could make it easier for X to shield itself from litigation and punish critics.
Oh, boy.
I think that speaks for itself. You can find me on YouTube at The Don Lemon Show, or on TikTok and Facebook at Don Lemon, and on Instagram and Blue Sky at Don Lemon Official. I hope you will join me there. Thanks.
That guy, talk about narcissist.
Right?
I think
speaking of narcissists, here we have Whoopi. Whoopi's going to tell you that she's a working woman, and she's so delusional.
Yeah, she pissed off the bakery workers this week. So here we go.
I appreciate that people are having a hard time. Me too. Yeah, I work for a living.
Me too. I can't buy shit with my $60 million.
Okay, so I'm a working person.
Working person? This is the most out-of-touch thing I've ever heard a celebrity say. We got to run some numbers and put this into perspective. The median household income in America is $80,000. And after taxes, it's about $66,000. And this is before 401k contributions and health insurance. You have been famous for 40 years and have a net worth of $60 million. And on top of that, you make $8 million a year. And even though you're paying an insane amount of taxes, you're still taking home $3.8 million a year. That is $73,000 a week take-home pay. You, Whoopi Goldberg, by yourself, make more money per week than the average American family makes a year.
Easily.
And you're going to sit here and say that you relate to the struggle of the American people? Do you realize that people have not recovered financially since the pandemic?
Out of fucking touch. I'm a working person too.
Yeah, and Daily Mail, we can only hope CNN will axe top stars in layoffs. That'll see hundreds fired as ratings continue to tank. You know what? Get rid of all of them. All of them.
Take the whole goddamn thing off the air. Nobody would miss it. What do they get? 50,000 views per fucking show? Maybe?
I have no idea, but I'd put the staffers in those chairs because they deserve it. But the Anderson Cooper, what's his family's name? I keep forgetting.
The Vanderbilts.
Vanderbilts, and what's her name? That's God.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and you've got Aaron Burnett, and you've got this Caitlin Collins, who is an absolute piece of it. Let them all go. Get rid of them. I think CNN's gonna do something where MSNBC is just virtue signaling until everybody gets wise and turns them off. And here you brought AOCOA again.
Well, AOC's confused at why a populist movement has taken over the country. And is it just me, or is her face, like, something's up? Like, she's either pregnant or she's put on 20 pounds. I mean,
well, congratulations. Have a baby and get lost. Terrible.
Something's happened with her, but she wants to know who you're watching.
Which podcasts are you listening to? Which accounts are you subscribing to? I'm interested, like, genuinely. Let me know which ones specifically, which accounts, which podcasts, etc.
Beauty and the Boomer. That's who we're watching. Yeah, come on. How disingenuous. And those are the ugliest glasses on the planet. Ugh.
We take no prisoners here. We don't side with either party of the duopoly. What the hell? I took me a second to read that. I could hardly read it. Stop killing butterflies.
Killing butterflies to make butter.
Is that for real? Do they kill butterflies to make butter? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. And then you've got this one. What's going on here?
Oh, did you see this? So Canada pays $2 million to produce a podcast. Oz, you and I could have done it for $50, but check this out.
Federal Liberals in Canada spent $2 million to produce podcasts. 470 downloads. But they're like huge success. Oh, yeah! $800,000 for 20 episodes.
Audio only, yeah.
Yeah. $9,087 for podcast training and consulting. This is the kind of shit that goes on here.
Jesus Christ. It's all money laundering. And you brought Tommy Hartman here. What's this all about?
15 million excess deaths since pandemic needs to be thoroughly investigated. Fact check, 15 million Democrats did not show up this election. Huh.
I wonder why. Are there really 15 million Democrats that didn't show up, or are they just dead people?
I don't know.
And, somebody came at me about Tommy Hartman this week, and it took me about 10 seconds. You've got this one. This is
so it turns out euthanized squirrel Peanut tested negative for rabies after being taken from his New York home. The squirrel's owner said that the negative test results was no surprise. It criticized the government because, remember, they cut Peanut's head off because they thought he had rabies. And Peanut turns out had the Epstein client list. That's why he had to go.
Fuck. Poor Peanut. Oh my God.
Peanut.
Before you judge somebody, go ahead.
Before you judge somebody who's implements trust in the government, walk a mile in their shoes.
Yeah, absolutely. The clown shoes. And I thought this was pretty apropos. You brought this one, right? Is this Canada?
Yeah, Canada's military marching.
Are you kidding me, man?
No.
Oh my God.
Well, they have to be individual now, so they're just allowed to do whatever they want.
What the hell? Looks like they just got out of the bar. What the hell? Just got out of the bar.
Oh my God.
And Beauty and the Boomer After Dark, Chanda Oz After Dark wouldn't be complete with a AI robot.
Okay, so I killed the sound on this so we wouldn't take a hit for the music that was in the background, but just watch the video. This is terrifying. Can you imagine one of these chasing you through the woods?
Yeah, I can.
This thing's terrifying.
Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me, man? That looks like...
It can climb, too. It doesn't just go downhill. It goes uphill. Did you know that they actually have a robo-dog patrolling Mar-a-Lago right now and protecting Trump?
Oh, cool.
Yes.
I'm glad money's being well spent on that.
Well, he figured he can't trust the Secret Service, so he had to get a robo-dog from fucking Elon, apparently. It's terrifying.
I'll be back. I'll be back. Holy shit. We are so fucked.
We're gonna be dead long before this.
We're so fucked. We're so fucked.
That,
that's
right?
just that's horrific. Look at that shit. Well, that's a good concept, I guess. I'd like to see a bull mastiff go up against one of those. I bet the dog would win. Right? What do you got here?
Well, so many people think that we landed on the moon, so I just thought I'd bring you a little conspiracy.
All right.
Hey, so what are you thinking?
Well, so I was thinking
it up a little.
The first person on the moon would have actually been Neil Armstrong's cameraman, right?
Plus, how would the moon landing have been live streamed in 1969 if when you look it up, Google even says the first live stream was in 1993?
Well, and where are all the stars in the background?
And what exactly was going on with those shadows?
Not to mention, the flag was waving.
Plus, there is no way that Apollo 11 would have made it through the Van Allen belts.
If we went back then, why haven't we been back since?
In that iconic photo of Armstrong in his suit, wouldn't you see someone taking the picture of him in the visor? The reflection, you know?
It almost makes you think it was all set up just to win the space race against the Soviet Union.
And if penguins, when they smell Cheerios, start clapping their small little feet, why?
Correct.
All right. Oh, good, valid questions, if you ask me. We made it to Me Mally.
We made it to Me Mally, and we're going to blow it. Stick around. We got a hell of an outro tonight, guys. It's going to be fun.
I haven't even heard it. I'm excited to hear it.
Okay. Well, I threw a few of these in, and I did Stoner Corner again this week, Chanda. If you think fluoride... Miss Amber King will really get this one, but most of our chat will too. If you think fluoride is bad, wait until you learn about graphene oxide. Holy shit. Oh my God. Hannibal Lecter's Advent calendar. And I've just turned off the news. I've just turned off the news and put on a serial killer documentary to relax. And the last one here is... And I do this is every night for me. When you're laying in bed and you try and get the blankets out from under Dharma, that would be me.
For me, it's the cats. And I just pull the cats up with the blanket. I've got this new heated blanket that my friend bought me. It's really cool. It's like touch. I can turn it on and it gets warm. Well, the cats fight me for it, so I have to pull it, and then I end up with 2 cats on me.
Oh my God! You don't get that around. Don't get around the Samantha. She'll take it from you.
I know. I'm gonna bring it with me when I come to stay for Christmas.
This one's yours.
Let's see. I also fixed the ice cream machine while waiting for the fries to cook. That's why I voted for you.
Oh shit! Oh my God!
And corporate needs you to find the difference between these 2 pictures. They are the same.
They are the same pictures. And then we've got Vladimir gluten, and that's terrible. I had to put it in there. And only you can prevent suppression. And that one is a truism for sure. You brought this one, Chanda. I like it.
How can we fight the patriarchy? Let's record ourselves freaking out and post it.
And then we got, you can only pick one, Chanda. Farmhouse, beach house, lake house, or mountain cabin. Which one are you going to pick?
I could literally live at any of those, but if I could only have one, I would probably say lake house, because then you kind of get the cabin, but you have the water. I've always wanted to live on a lake, so I'd say lake house.
I'm going to take the mountain cabin. Absolutely. And
how about you
brought
guys, chat?
You brought this one.
Why do you hate the government? Because fuck them, that's why.
Yeah, that's it. Now, this one really called out to me because the tag on the back of my shirt touching my neck, and that's exactly what it feels like to me. Some big giant alien critter poking at the back of my neck. And when you're dead inside, but your friends need emotional support, that's what goes on. You put on your tutu and then you go do it. I feel like I've done that more often than not. And here we go. Stoner Corner. I've got Peacenik Chanda in here this week. So we got...
I love it.
Yeah, I think you look great there. That's you all aware.
Right now, so
yeah,
I can put that on together. I'm going to put that on Trailer Park Pundit.
You like it, huh? Well, that's a good shot of you. So, the real ones, remember those little tiny bags of weed back in the day, and we've got, huh?
I do remember the little tiny bags of weed.
Yeah, and they were full of seeds. Kids today will never know. And it was whatever can you had handy. And
your earring. I would take my earring off and use my earring stud to poke the holes. Like literally, I could be out in the woods and fucking make a pipe. That's how
I won't even tell you what I did with hash. And this is from the Shitlib Book Club files. Knocked me out. Knocked me the fuck out, and this is she's having some weed there. The weed knocked me out, and THC infused toilet tissue. I've never heard of that. Have you heard of that?
I need to try me out some of that.
Yeah, THC and toilet. That's what
Get a happy hoo-hoo.
That gives new meaning to osmosis. We've got, did I say, was that right? Context, Snorky, osmosis with THC infused toilet paper. We've got, remember when, Shanda? Do you remember when?
No.
The best time machine ever was the phonograph back in the day? For me, that's what that was.
I never had one of those. I mean, I had a record player, but it was a Sony and it was the 80s. So
we had an
I
old.
don't know nothing about no 45s, man.
We had a Zenith, and you brought this.
Let's see. 1947, pop versus soda versus Coke. Now, 2023. Check it out. So, what do you call it where you're at? Is it pop, soda, or Coke? You know, I used to live in the South, and my mother-in-law would say, "Hey, bring me a Coke," and I'd be like, "It's a 7-Up," and she'd be like, "Well, everything's a Coke." I'd be like, "No, a Coke is a Coke," and yeah, we used to call it soda, but I call it pop. I've always called it pop, so I don't know. What do you call it, Oz?
I've migrated to soda. It used to be, before that it was Coke, and before that it was pop. So I'm a boom.
If it wasn't a Coke, if it was a Mountain Dew or a
Coke,
River, you still call it a Coke.
Yeah, a Coke. And you know what? Yeah, and that's the thing. See, I've been socially conditioned over the years, and I'm a boomer. What do you expect from me, Shanda? You've got all the...
which one are you picking? Which one are you picking? You can have the Ghostbusters machine, A-Team, Miami Vice, Magnum, Batman, The Love Bug, Dukes of Hazzard, Back to the Future, Knight Rider, or Starsky and Hutch. You know what I'm going with?
Starsky and Hutch?
God, you know me. Of course I'm going with Starsky and Hutch.
That was a pure guess. It called to me. It's a toss-up between Back to the Future for me and the Sin Bin, the A-Team van, because
really?
Yeah, I mean, I've had vans for years, and man, they're a lot of fun if you put them
I
on
can
you.
see that you are kind of a van guy.
Yeah, I'm a van guy, but if I wanted my middle-aged crisis car, it'd be the Magnum car. So that's where I'm at on that. And I'm so old, my high school had a smoking area. How about yours?
Mine did actually have a smoking area.
And yes, this is trying to take a holiday card for us too, and that's how it works. That's exactly how it works, because Dharma is the ham. She is the ham.
Nice, really, Herbie? Yeah, I could see it. So a lot of the chat's picking Herbie.
Oh, Herbie, that's the
Miami
thing.
Vice. Yeah.
Good choices, guys. All good choices. Everybody has their. Now we have a new revision to the Shitlib Book Club. I'm not saying it's going to change more, because it might. But this is it, and Shitlib Book Club recommendations this week is Sleeping Soundly After a Long-Ass Day of Not Giving a Fuck by Melania Trump. And then you've got I'm Training My Puppies to Be an Assassin, the Little Johnny Bolton story. So that's...
Those are both great. You did great on those. She doesn't give no fuck. She got invited to the White House by Jill, and she was like, "No, fuck you. I ain't coming to see you."
Yeah, and then for temporary placeholder, I took Joe, with love from Joe, Orange Man Cometh. So that's what you've got in store for you. Orange Man Cometh. So that's what we've got for going on there. Now we've got our favorite section that is just growing to new heights. Hollywood, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. And you brought Russell. Is this going to get us in trouble?
No, but okay. So remember the video I brought of him hanging out with Diddy, and they're on the jet and they're going on their man date or whatever it is. So you know that show where the celebrities go and they eat hot wings and they have to eat the really super hot ones. Well, he gets asked about that video, and he kind of tells the truth about what he was doing there.
All right, let's hear him.
God, I miss drugs. So I want to talk to you about one of my favorite videos. It was when you were on the private jet with Diddy, and he described you, I think, as his best friend, Rusty Rocket.
Hello. Rusty Rocket. Is this for Twitter? Yeah, yes, also known as Russell Brand, yes. He's very, 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 very dear friend of mine. But you know what it is? We're going out on like a date, a straight guy date, like to a guy's night, 48 hours.
Puppy, the best possible result of that date is sex. Now, with our heterosexual date, what is the best thing that can happen between us?
We can find some women to have sex.
Oh, God, I miss drugs.
He got him his drugs.
That's exactly why he flipped last year. He knew this was coming down the pipe, and he flipped to religion. That's exactly why.
Have you seen some of his videos? I saw one yesterday where he's all going off about, well, X is the reason that I've taken Christ. And I mean, he has gone full and you know what? The accusations against him are getting pretty serious. Like,
yeah, they are
court cases. And yeah, there's a reason that he found God. I mean, I'm glad he found God, but maybe for the wrong reason.
Well, here's somebody that might want to find God because she got caught.
Oprah got cornered. And look, you know where this is? This is Maui, where she bought up most of the fucking property, that burned in Lahaina. And here she gets cornered about the money she took.
How do you think the election went?
Not talking about the election. Thank you very much.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Not true, okay.
It's true.
What do you think about all the celebrities with their mass exodus? Do you think Prince Harry's gonna lose his visa now that Trump's president?
So, to be clear, Harpo got actually paid the fucking money. So when she says I didn't get the money, she's meaning her personally, not her fucking company. And Oprah is the nastiest. She almost died from Ozempic. She shit herself so bad that she ended up in the fucking
dehydrated
hospital.
herself. She, her whole career, it's been major weight loss, gain it back, major weight loss, gain it back, major weight. She has abused herself as far as that goes.
I was one of those dumb fucking women that watched Oprah every fucking day back in the 90s, Oh, what's Oprah got on? I used to sit on the rowing machine and watch her and Rosie, Rosie O'Donnell, because that's what we were conditioned to do in the 90s. And I see them for the shows they are now. So Dick Van Dyke suggests that he'd rather die than see another 4 years of Trump.
Oh, Dick!
Did he die already?
No, he's like 99 plus.
I thought he was like 105 or something.
You know what? I love Dick Van Dyke. He's part of my life. I mean, him and Mary Tyler Moore, the Dick Van Dyke show.
He needs to keep his politics.
I know. I'm not going to take it away from him. He's given my life some great entertainment. You exposed this. This is great. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mattel apologizes for mistakenly printing a porn site on the Wicked movie doll packaging. So Mattel's Wicked movie dolls mistakenly listed a porn site on the packaging. One does not simply put a porn link on a child's toy. Yes, they say it was an accident, but
it wasn't an accident. Somebody torpedoed them. You know it. Yeah. I know it. They don't make those kinds of mistakes. Sorry, I don't believe it for a second. I am going to
take Hunter to see this movie on Thanksgiving weekend.
Well, I hope it's got a lot of bad press lately. I hope it's better than that. What was that last one you went to? Joker? Ugh.
Joker 2. Oh my God, it sucked so bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it was Veterans Day this week, and I think the veterans that should have been recognized the most is right here. And
I was on the air and I totally spaced it. I didn't even shout it out. My
bad. Aaron Bushnell, 1998-2024. So we're recognizing him here on Beauty and Boomer After Dark. Thank you, Lizzie Prickles, for alerting me to this one. And I figured that I would just put it up here, and you honored him and we honor him, and thank you again. So that's where we're at in the grand scheme of things. So we are going to do a Beauty and the Boomer next week, right?
Yes, we are. I don't have chemo till the 25th, so heck yeah.
Okay. And that's still, everybody remember, it's subject to how she's feeling, how Shanda's feeling. If she gets, to where she can't, we won't.
Every day.
Yeah, but she, Chanda, you are the toughest person I know. And
I used to get up and go to work with 2 hours of sleep, half drunk. I figure, whatever, I can suck it up and do a show. So I will be live on Monday for Trailer Park Pundit. I'm already working on it. And we'll do Trailer Park Pundit on Monday. We'll do Beauty and the Boomer on Saturday. And then next Monday, I will be off because I will have chemo all day.
Okay. Well, I hope. Do you think we broke any rules tonight? Any of the cookie cutter rules that YouTube gave us?
I don't give a fuck.
Well, we try to color in the lines just for them, just on YouTube. But if we ever get, if we get, well, I do. I just,
Well, I mean, I do. Like, I have an uncensored right now that I've been working on with shit that would blow your fucking mind. Like, did Adam Schiff have Anthony Bourdain offed? Stuff I can't even tell you guys. It's so graphic here. So, like, yeah, I mean, I do hold back. There's shit that would get us instantly taken off air if I do a show on YouTube for it. But,
well, yeah. Well, we're gonna go out with a couple of songs. One of them's Ozzy Osbourne, and the other one is Genesis. And and this is pretty hard rock. Lexington Lab Band does a great job on both these. But the first one's pretty hard rock for these days, and the guy does a great job. The second one is perfect. The audio came out wonderful. So anyway, thank you, everybody. We had great numbers tonight, even though we were down on a new channel. We appreciate you finding us wherever you find us, and it's always a pleasure. We love you guys. Again, Snorky, my sincere apologies. When I make mistakes, I just feel like shit, and I just don't want to do that. You've been such a great supporter and a friend. Thank you so much, and I hope in some way this makes it up. It's not enough, but all of you, again, we love you guys. And Beauty and the Boomer After Dark, Chanda and Oz After Dark, one and the same. Don't tell YouTube. Anyway, good night, everybody. Later.
All aboard!